and welcome along and welcome back to Purbeck Valley. Today we are going to be taking on a pretty big contract to get out of the monetary hole we're in. We've got a Panther, I think this is. Yeah, this is a Panther 2 from Roper. We've got the header for it. We've got a Kubota M8201 and a Flegel trailer, and this is so that we can take on this contract. We've got a sugar beet contract in field 23. We should be able to do it. We've got 231,000 liters of sugar beet, but this is worth about 16,000 once we've sold the sugar beet. That should be very nice for getting us out of the pickle that we're in. So let's start up this piece of kit and get it reversed. Now, this was actually only one of 2 contracts that was available to us here in December. So I want to get it knocked out and done today and get us back on our feet. We should be able to get some equipment to earn us money for other bits and pieces if we get this contract done. So I'm hoping that this is all ready to go. Yes, okay. So let's fold up the front of that. We'll come and get the traction trailer once we have filled our first tank up. But I want to head up to the field and get started. Sugar beet is a great crop to turn things around like this. Because, well, unfortunately, it takes a lot of time to do stuff normally. And I'm hoping that in 1 day, possibly 2 days in December, we can get this done. We'll see how it goes, but I think this is going to very much take up all of today and possibly tomorrow as well. Let's unfold the harvester itself like that, and I think I'm just going to go straight up rather than try and cut in, because otherwise we're going to have a little bit of a problem. It's a little while for this thing to unload. Right, now we can start things up. And header down. And I want to go straight up the field. And in fact, what I might do is set up a GPS course going straight up this field. So there we go. On course. Let's turn on GPS, set my first waypoint, and then set my second waypoint, width, and away we go. And yeah, looks like we are nicely in line to get this done. Really good start here, and we'll see how quickly this fills up. But with 200,000 liters, it's not gonna be that many full tanks off this, I don't think. Because look at this, we're already 5,000 liters in and only 15% full. So yeah, I think this isn't going to be as hard as I originally envisioned today. This is quite a long piece of kit and a little bit fun to maneuver in the corners. We are 56% full, having gone most of the way around the field, and looking at the capacity of this, it looks like we might have to fill it less than 10 times in order to get all of the sugar beet we need to complete this contract. So I'm quite happy with that. That should be a fairly easy thing to do. It is already 20 past 9 and we haven't got our first full tank off this. So there is that, and I am a little bit wary of the amount of time it'll take. But we are managing to keep going, and we are managing to keep getting all of this sugar beet up. So while we're doing that, we're fine. I'm just waiting to see exactly how far it takes us to get our first full tank off here. We're 2/3 full now, so hopefully it won't be too much longer. For such a large piece of kit, the turning circle on this is pretty amazing. I'm not having much trouble getting around on these corners. We probably need about 4 or 5 headlands, I think, to properly give ourselves access to this field and turn around on each row. So we'll go around and do that. We are up to 93%. So won't be long now until we have to get the tractor and trailer to the field here and get these emptied. And in fact, looking at this, we're coming up to 30,000 liters in this harvester. So it's going to be less than 10. In fact, I think it's probably only going to be about 3 different loads. We're full. So let's get the auger out. That should be coming out there. And we'll go get the tractor and trailer. If I come around this way, I should be able to get access to the field from this side, I think. There's a gateway from the farmyard. Or providing we can get into the farmyard with this tractor and trailer. But there's a nice big gateway up here. We should be able to get into this. Yeah, we can open those. Oh, worried for a moment that the gates were locked. In fact, I think we actually own the pig areas in this yard. I've seen the ability for us to get pigs is about. In fact, entrance to the field must be around here somewhere. Yeah, there it is. So we'll get into the pig area and then we can get out into the field from here. But yeah, I'm pretty sure we own this. We don't own the land, but we do own the pig area, which is a little bit weird. So we'll thread our way through here. No pigs in here, so I can leave these gates open, which is useful for us today and on this contract. So let's open this up as well. Oh, that opens towards me. So I'm going to have to circle back because I can't get the trailer round that. Let's bring this out here, round, and thread the needle into the field. And I don't know if this trailer will just take a single load off this or whether we'll be able to get multiple loads into it. One thing I am probably going to have to do by the looks of this is raise the auger on the harvester though. So let's spin this round and get that lifted up. Yeah. Oh, only just fits under this. But there we go. Empty that out and see where we are. Oh, wow. This doesn't take a full trailer off. 23,000 is all this will take. So that means we are going to have to do multiples. And that's because of the weight limit, not because of anything else. So that's a little bit annoying. But not really anything I can do. We are going to have to go and take 2 loads of this and just make sure that we don't actually fill the harvester beyond 23,000 liters before we go to empty it. And our delivery point is around the back here. Let's get this tipped. And I think back round to the field. And because we are harvesting sugar beet in December, we of course have a whole load of snow falling around us. That shouldn't be a problem. It's not going to make the ground any soggier, thankfully. And we should be able to just keep going throughout any snow today. If it snows a lot, we should still be able to see the sugar beet. So I'm not too concerned. We'll just keep going and keep getting this job done because we need the money. We really need this 18-odd thousand that we can get from this. So onwards, and that's going to give us the money for us to actually be able to earn other money. So that's why this contract is so important to get done. We're up to 23,000 liters on the harvester. And that means we want to bring the tractor and trailer back to the field and get this emptied again. And try to keep things moving as much as possible. Oh, that high section of this trailer, when it can only take 23,000 liters, is a little bit annoying. Is that far? That's not far enough under, you see. Yeah, it's a little bit of an annoying setup this, but there we go. That's close enough. We'll empty this out and go and get this tipped. And with that, we are nearly 20% transported for field 23 here, which is really good news. I don't know how far through the contract we are. We might be 20% through the contract, which is good movement today. I'd kind of hoped that we would be in a good place with this. 2 days is not unreasonable, I think, to get this all knocked out. So it might be a little bit more of the same tomorrow, but we at least should be able to get back on our feet, and we want to turn things around fairly quickly. I have a feeling milk price peaks around December, which is when I really want to be getting milk sold. But of course, we have no trailer to get that transported. We also need to transport all our bales off the field, so we kind of want to get a stacker and get those off. Oh yeah, and we got to get a trailer to sell the sunflowers come March, so there's that as well. I'm not 100% sure behind my reasoning for returning my trailer after harvest. I think it was basically just to avoid the monthly cost, seeing as we weren't going to be using it again until March. But I think in the end that might end up being a little bit short-sighted. But we'll see. I think we might be able to grab a trailer and get things going when we're looking to sell the sunflowers in a couple of months' time. And with any luck, we'll get a really good price for them. This is the 4th headland, and this does seem to be giving us enough maneuvering space at the edges. So I'm really quite pleased with that. We'll come around here, back in. And yeah, so with enough maneuvering space now after 4 headlands, what we'll be able to do is start going up and down and using the GPS we set earlier. And as a result, that is going to speed things up quite a bit because it's going to make things a lot simpler. We are still only at 17,000 litres here, so we've got a little bit of a while yet until we're going to have another full trailer. So I think we might make it to the end of these headlands maybe, which would be good. I'd very much like to get these knocked out before I have to stop things again to go and get the tractor and trailer. I really want to be halfway through this job by the end of today, and at the moment it's 20 past 1 and we're coming up to our 3rd load off here. That is tighter than I would have liked, with only 30% done possibly at the end of this. In fact, we'll check on our progress overall in a moment. So our delivery progress is 20%. Our field progress is 27%. I've had a few questions as to what exactly the mod I'm using on the contracts is, and this is the Better Contracts mod. Really useful piece of information. So yeah, we are only 27% of the way through the contract and 20% of the way through what we need to deliver. So we need to keep moving now in order to make things work. We might be able to get the harvester working with a hired worker now that we've got these headlands cleared, but we'll see how it goes. I was thinking of putting a hired worker on this, and then I remembered we don't have any money for hired workers. We don't have any money for anything like that at all. So at the moment, we're kind of stuffed as far as getting a hired worker to do this and trying to speed this up a little bit, which is annoying seeing as we're at a time of day when, or a time of year when it gets dark really early. Trying to maneuver myself around at the end when I got myself into a weird spot in the first place. Yeah, we're good. Right, let's get GPS running and get back in here and onto this row. So now it's just a case of up and down until we get the field done. Decided to open up into the middle of the field, seeing as our maneuvering is a little bit restricted. Just want to try and keep things going and make things as easy to turn at each end of the field. In fact, to the point where I'm considering taking an extra headland at the top end, simply because I'm having a little bit of trouble turning around with that fence that's up there. Keep running out of space, so I think we might be worth going and getting that done. But things are still moving along nicely. It is 2:41 in the afternoon, so there's a distinct possibility that we are going to run out of light. Thankfully, this being sugar beet harvesting means that we're actually okay as far as that's concerned. We shouldn't be stopped by going into the evening, and we should get the target amount that we want to get out on this field done today. We just need to get 2 more loads in order to have reached where we want to reach. Snow clouds make it so dark so early. This massive coverage while the snow is falling is just making things prematurely dark. And we've got the lights on the harvester, we've got the lights on the tractor and trailer, just basically trying to keep going as much as possible. Very nicely coming in here and emptying. We've got 23,000 liters in the harvester, and this is going to be our 4th load, so this should mean we'll hit our target. We've got a couple of hours to go, although the daylight will be completely gone by 5 o'clock. But I think if we can get 1, possibly 2 more loads off of here, we're doing well today. We'll have kept up with our targets, and it means that next time we should have enough time to not only get this field finished, but also end up getting some milk sold or getting something else done, and bringing in that all important extra cash that we're really gonna need in the next couple of months. 39% transported now, so we're up to 40% transported, and we are up to 36% complete in the field. So wow, we still got a way to go in the field, and I don't know if we're gonna hit that 50% in the field today. The fact that we're hitting 40% of delivery is quite interesting, because that means we've got a lot more delivered than the field harvested requires. It's going to be a nice little bit of extra cash from the excess sugar beet on here, as well as the amount that we get initially from this contract too. Because I'm a glutton for punishment, let's have a quick look in the shop. And actually, oh wow, this 14-ton trailer, that would be really useful. Lots of different configurations, all with an extension. That takes it up to only 12,000 liters. We've not got massive fields though, so that would actually be quite a useful little trailer to have around the farm. Unfortunately, it's a little bit of a pipe dream at the moment. We don't really have, well, we don't have the money for it. If it remains at the point where we've got this contract, it might be worth picking up just as a means of delivering our sunflowers that we've got. But I don't know if it'll actually make things very quick there, because we got a few loads off the trailer that we put on there before. So yeah, we'll have to see. We'll see what's available. Maybe we'll get a bigger trailer available for that in the next couple of months, and we'll let that pass for now. I think we've cut enough of the sugar beet now, just about, to be able to just turn into the rows from the end, which is really good. That is just going to make things easier and easier as we work our way across this field. And look at the difference that that cloud is making to how dark it's getting. That is absolutely crazy. We are coming up to another full trailer's worth though, And that is 23,000 litres. And with the time coming up 10 to 5, we've got the tractor and trailer back down to the field. Get that emptied out, get this tipped, and we will be delivered 50%. Maybe we have just enough time to get one more trailer off here today and get ourselves ahead of where we expect to be, especially as that will probably leave us only 50% of the way through the field harvest, even though it would give us 60% of the delivery done. That sky in the background there, that is spectacular. All of these clouds making it really, really dark as we're going into 5:30 in the evening. And it just gets, yeah, ridiculously dark at this time of year. We are about 50% through both on the harvest and on the delivery, so that's good news. We've got another 11,000 litres, so we will get one more load off here, get ourselves up to 60% delivered, and see where we are on the field progress at that point as well. Darkness has fully descended now, and wow, is it hard to see anything at the moment. This snow coverage, or this snow clouds, are just creating such coverage that the darkness just eats up all of the light. We've got one full load here for our tractor and trailer, so I'm going to stop the harvester as soon as it's unloaded. And it's going to be a few hundred litres left in here, so we'll turn all the lights off and we will stop the harvester like that. And now we've just got to go and tip this, bring this into the sell point here and tip. Right, there we go. So I think this is going to put us fairly well off to complete this next time. That's tipped all of that. Yeah, we are 60% delivered and 52% of the way through the field. That is some great progress on this contract today, and means that we'll be able to get it finished next time and finally get some money back in on the farm, sell some milk, maybe get in a position where we can start selling some other stuff as well. For now, though, I'm going to leave this here, so all that remains is for me to say
thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. Special thanks to all my patrons and channel members. Your support is invaluable in making these videos and helping the channel to grow. For more from Virtual Farmer, check out the links below, follow on Twitch to watch live, and for more videos, subscribe and ring that bell. I will see you next time. Goodbye.